Hello, good day, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Uncensored, the truth about money. Thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate it. So, last episode we were talking about bank accounts, right? And we're still talking about bank accounts even today, but a different form of bank accounts, right? So I've heard this term like now recently being used like all over, especially in the banking industry, tax-free bank account, right? What really does it mean, and how is it different from your normal or usual bank account?
Right. So tax-free bank accounts, it basically means that it's bank accounts. Okay, let me put it this way. So tax-free bank accounts are bank accounts that are linked to tax-free investments. So you can have a tax-free, let's say, investment, which will cover.
Sure.
But before you have that, you can have a you can save your money through, let's say, the tax-free account. So with certain let's say institutions, right, it differs. Like as we'll also touch upon that. So different institutions differ according to the benefits that they give you with tax-free bank accounts. So remember something. In 2015, the industry, well, the government introduced tax-free investments, right, to help people save for retirement. So that's what it was for. Because South Africans are bad in terms of savings. People don't
That's why
save.
we have this show.
No, people don't save at all. So
Yeah.
the government was like, guys, we'll put in place tax-free investments. So those were obviously with your investment investment institutions, right? So banks then hopped onto the bandwagon with no, come guys, we also have tax-free savings accounts, or tax-free bank accounts, if we may put it that way. But it's just, how can I put it, a leeway into our tax-free investments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly does it mean? Like what? So if I open a tax-free savings account,
Yeah.
what exactly does it mean?
So with tax-free saving accounts, hence I said that, okay, 2015 government introduced whatever they introduced, tax-free accounts.
Yeah.
So what they essentially are is it's a savings vehicle, all right, for retirement where there are no interests. I mean, there are no taxes. So remember something, when you, let's say you buy a share or you put away, let's say 100,000 rand, okay? And then after 1 year, it's 150,000 rand.
Sure.
And then you sell, let's say or you pull out that investment. So Uchuna has made 50,000 rand, right, in that year. But Uchuna will get taxed on the gains. So on that 50,000 rand, you'll get taxed on it, all right? If there were dividends, depending on what type of investment vehicle you had, if there were dividends, you also get dividends withholding tax as well. So with the profit, it was capital gains tax, right? So there's also like income tax if you're getting an income from that investment. So with your tax-free investments, so you don't pay that tax at all. Yeah, so that tax is eradicated. So it makes it much better for you to, well, basically to save, put some money
So
away.
what you're initially saying is that if I put in a 100,000 rands
Yeah.
into an invested, right?
Yeah.
And I make a return on investment, which is 50,000 rands.
Yeah.
I will get that 50,000 rand straight without being taxed.
Without being taxed. But obviously there's some limits when it comes to tax-free investments.
which we'll
Which we'll
get
get
into. So now, what is the annual? Which we're getting into now.
Yeah.
So, what is the annual limit on tax-free savings account?
Yeah.
And what happens if I exceed that limit?
All right. So good question. So a lot of people have bank accounts. I mean, so they have investments accounts. And like your high-end people want to avoid tax but in your investments. So you still get taxed with your investments. So let's say, for example, if you put away 1 million rand, SARS will, let's say, tax you on the gains of that 1 million rand. Ne? So what other people do is that they open tax-free accounts to evade tax. Okay? So what government has said is that, listen, guys, this is not to avoid tax, but this is for retirement. So government has said you are allowed to put away 33,000 rand per year. I think that equates to like 3,000 rand a month, rounded off. Right? So you can put away 33,000 rand per year and 500,000 rand within your lifetime. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, within your lifetime. So those are contributions. So what you can contribute, not not on the interest. So put it this way. So Junior can put away 33,000 rand year one. And let's say Junior's money grows to, let's say, 40,000 rand. Junior next year can still put 33,000 rand and not, let's say, the interest minus 33,000 rand. You know what I'm saying? But if let's say if Junior's like, nah, you know what, I'm going to put 40,000 rand away. So the excess that you have put in that year, SARS tax 40% of it. So hence I say that it's not to evade tax, but it's more to encourage people to save. And whatever interest you've made, so if let's say you were like, you know what, I'm going to put 30,000 rand. So you can put it as a lump sum. So I'm going to put 30,000 rand in this tax year. And then you do that, let's say you blessed enough to do that every single year, and you've contributed 500,000, let's say by the year, let's say when you are 45 years old, for example. So you can't contribute anymore. Whatever interest you get on that amount, on top of, let's say, the 500,000 rand that you've contributed, you're not taxed. So when you get to retirement, you can actually pull out that money without it being taxed. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. And then can I withdraw a tax-free savings account?
Yeah, so with certain bank accounts, they don't cap you. So with tax-free bank accounts, you can withdraw from it. So your money is available as and when, right? But remember something. If you have, let's say you've put in your tax-free investment, let's say 30,000 rand, okay? And you take away, let's say 10,000 rand, all right? You can't now put in 10,000 rand back in again because you've already contributed 30,000 rand in that year.
Sure.
So whatever you take out, you can't put it back.
Yes,
you forfeited the money that you've taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So can you have multiple tax-free accounts?
Yeah, definitely. So you can have as many as let's say 10 or 12 or 20, but as long as you still stay within the limits of that 33,000
rand a year.
Per annum. So you can have, let's say, 3 and put away 1,000.
With different institutions.
But now if you now say, no, I'm going to have 3 of them and I'm going to put 3,000 rand. And then let's say that amounts to, let's say, 40-something thousand rand in the year. Whatever's on top of that 33,000 rand, they're going to tax you 40%.
Self-right tax.
So you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
I know you can't avoid it.
So with like a tax-free savings account, right?
Yeah.
Can you open it without a current or a transactional account?
It's difficult for you to do so.
Okay.
What I'll say that is that you have to obviously transact into that tax-free account. So it's important for you just to have a normal transactional account where you can transfer the funds into the tax-free account.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible. For example, if you now have a child who was born, let's say this year, you can contribute for your child. So there's no age limit or minimum age for you to contribute into a tax-free account. So you can contribute for your child at age 1 without them having an account. But obviously you have to have an account as the main member where you can transfer the funds into their name. Yeah.
All right. So now it's just like something outside, obviously, this topic with like easy equities. Is it also like a tax-free investment, or is that something totally different?
Yeah, no, that's completely different. So with easy equities is basically like, think of it this way. So you get the JSE where you have, let's say, your top 50, top 40 companies, financial, industrial, and so forth. But there's a broker. So there's a broker who will charge you a brokerage fee. So easy equity is basically jumping the brokerage and you investing directly, let's say, into SAB or into MTN and so forth, or Capitec. But they do offer tax-free investments as well within their platform.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I think I'm done from my side. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we...
There's still a lot more to say, but you know, with regards to investments, tax-free investments, let that not just be your only investment, right? Have a portfolio where you've got, let's say, your short-term savings, you've got your long-term savings, plus you've got your tax-free savings as well. It's a great platform, Yona, to have. And I think people should utilize, those tax-free benefits that come with that account.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Before I forget, we
tote.
are selling tote bags. We are selling tote bags, guys. Only 100 Rand a bag with uncensored branding. Please do support. If you would like a bag, please send us a message on Instagram. Our handle is uncensored_the truth about money. Just send us a message that you like a bag, and we will definitely send it to you. Right? Only 100 Rands a bag, and please do support. Also, we've got other things like other merchandise coming up, like winter jackets, sweaters, and all that stuff that are underway. So thank you so much for listening. As you know, this episode is also available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and what's the other one? Google Podcast. And thank you so much. Cheers, guys.